Okay. T-Rex story from my book, published with Author House USA, T-Rex. Once upon a time, in a distant time and place long forgotten now, and what was cool then is for sure not now, there lived a tiger in the woods. His name was Rex, and he lived on a tree branch, balanced for a snooze, any time just right. He never thought he would fall in love, as this just seemed an impossible dream. He saw the lionesses, and they always smiled and showed their teeth, but this just made him shyer. Every day he hugged his tree tighter and tighter till his claws hurt. This seemed to give him no comfort, but it was definitely his comfort zone, familiar and routine. The only thing the sun goddess knew that would get Rex out of that tree was the very first sight of his true love. The sun goddess took a deep breath, as a mum would watching her son's first dive, and blew his true love in his direction. The tides blew a new fresh singy wind in the direction of the forest where Rex lived. As the river ran through the forest, a little raft with a tiger, Lord Lilly, in it set adrift from the others, and the chain came loose, and it floated downstream. As the raft docked into the sandy bank further downstream, the noise disturbed Rennie's afternoon snooze. He ventured out of his tree to see what this new noise was. To his dismay, there was Tiger Lily trapped in a cage. His willingness to help overcame his shyness, and he pounded his big paddy paws down to the bank. Tiger Lily grinned and forgot her situation too. Rex was unprepared, as he had never come across this situation before. He called on Toucan the Wise for guidance on this matter. He always had a cryptic reply, but somehow the process of sharing the issue and hearing a response seemed to alleviate the crisis. Rex hadn't really noticed how pretty Tiger Lily was, which was probably a good thing, as nervous tension would get the better of him. Part 2. Toucan the Wise flew down from his dust tree and cawed bird noise talk, for this is serious, guys. I don't know myself, but we will figure it out somehow. He took a deep breath and surmounted the situation. It was obvious to him that this would require teamwork. His cryptic reply to this effect was, "The only time you're on your own is when you use your private throne. Apart from that, don't throw the towel in. If there's breath in your body left, there's hope. Now all we need to do is find a rope. Now hold on and don't let go. The next bit's hard, but giving it up harder. It's just one push at a time, and fix your view and feel the rhyme. Get a grip and pull harder." The toucan had more than a few tricks up his sleeve. He flew around to the cage door and fixed one rope end to the other. He beckoned Guy the gorilla, who he had called in advance, to stand ready. Guy was mentally preparing not to let the team down and for it to be a successful outcome. Every living thing has its own very special part to play in every day, and some just once is their opportunity to shine, and that may be waiting a whole lifetime for a moment's work to weave that web just right, and hope they notice your spell or an owl noise at night to give you the creeps, but remind you we are never alone. Now they needed to call on Little Sunshine the Rat to gnaw at the lock a bit and loosen it up. Tiger Lily, it hadn't escaped her attention how handsome Rex was, and even though she was a bit cramped in a cage, there was certainly something rather dishy to focus on. There are times it feels sad to be human, and there are times it feels sad to be a fish. There's times to wish I was a crow and get me away from the to and fro. This may be the human condition to be somewhere else, wherever you are, but this kind of thinking won't get you very far, because because who you are is here and now, and making a moment into something to cherish, even if you're tired and grumpy, try to refrain from a frown. Remember that we have come a long way, and each second is precious. Please don't wish it away. Negative thinking and secret wishful thinking, of course, is okay, but bury it now, because it ain't who you are, it ain't where you are. It's where you can go, of course, but set your course. It's making you itch, it's making you drown. It's ruining every second, it's running you down, it's clamping your bit, it's stealing your essence, it's tempting you stupid, and it's not who you are, it's not what you want, it's ruining you silly, it's pimpy, inky, mitty, kitty. Pimpy, inky, mitty, kitty. Try harder. Joolz, get in the game. Turn page. Your mind is drifting down, it's running away. It's not even with fairies. It's running you thin, it's itching you stupid. Forget it and write, make some money, Forget it and write, make some money, take a flight. Yes, and take a walk, but don't be a dork. There is a fuss. There's buying your family dinner or taking Coco to a film. It's get with the programme, honey. Stay focused on your dream. A castle with a moat of crocodiles. A safe place for you and your princesses to live in. Processes. Part 3. Rex applied some positive thinking to this puzzle too, because it's not all brawn, it's not all brains that sometimes gets you through the rains. He meditated and cleared his mind. Don't look how or what, just see the result. He had a vision he hadn't seen before. It was him and Tiger Lily walking peacefully along the riverbank in the warm evening breeze, hearing the leaves gently rushing in their ears. There was no time to waste. Rain was forecast for the next day. There was too much at risk to wait another day. We must set Tiger Lily free today. With one roar from Rex to sound the team effort, the toucan flew clear. The rat gave the all clear. The gorilla began and the toucan sang. Rex played on. The universe was with them and was sending them strength in this time of adversity. The sun goddess was still smiling as she knew she had actually sent them a present in disguise as a problem. She wasn't worried at all. Rex played on. Tiger Lily kept one eye on Rex and one eye on the water rising in the cage. Funny how one reacts in adversity. X. Rex was so cool and unflappable. To find Mr. Right certainly had been a fight, but worth all those silly billies to find Mr. Rex. Rex took his eye off the problem just for 5 minutes, and their eyes locked without fear. For the first time ever, he didn't run back to his tree. Mind you, he did have a job to oversee. This was a different experience. He felt safe. He wasn't racked with nervous tension. He had a mission to flail which superseded any cowardice. He had a mission to fulfill which superseded any cowardice. The tree was lovely, but the challenge of something different was quite alluring. Just then Tiger Lily decided to make contact. She growled at him and gave him a worse, just to see if it would frighten him off, or what he was made of. Would he see through this scared growl and know it was a test? He didn't understand mind games and decided to remain focused on getting her out of the cage. Calling on the forest night powers and focusing on the moon in his mind, the gorilla connected with the spirit of the forest and the call of his ancestors for extra strength as he pulled the rope with all his might. In calling his ancestors for spiritual support, the ring of chains that had binded Tiger Lily for many years gave way. The iron that trapped her and the karma that caught her and the blessings of this experience that set her free. She pounded out and jumped about. The atmosphere was euphoric and made the forest come alive. The crickets rallied around and sang for joy. Rex didn't run a mile. He stayed true forever. She gave a sidelong glance and knew it was him. They didn't look back. Well, not that night. They ran along the beach and danced with tide colliding with the indigo night sky. It was shooting star season, and they just cuddled for a couple of years before tying the knot and starting a family with the sun goddess smiling on. The end of that